Welcome, dear soul, to the healing room. Before we begin, I invite you, not to do anything, but simply, to be here. Right now, in this moment. With no expectations. No pressure. No need to be anything other than exactly who you are. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale the present. Feel the air as it enters your body, reminding you that you are alive. Exhale the past. Let go, gently, of the weight you didn't even know you were carrying. Now, pause. Ask yourself this. What if the very thing you've been clinging to, the pain, the guilt, the fear, is the same thing that's quietly blocking your heart from receiving the love it's always longed for? Let that question settle into you. Not to analyze, but to awaken. Because this won't just be another meditation. It's not just a practice for the mind, it's a remembrance for the heart. A soft returning to what's always been there, waiting patiently beneath the noise. Over the next 20 minutes, we will explore not just stillness, but the sacred art of letting go. Letting go of the tight grip on should have, on not enough, on why me. And as we gently release those layers, we will make space for something far more powerful than striving. We will make space for love. For the quiet, unshakable love that already lives within you. Not the love you earn. The love you are. So come. Take another breath. This is the beginning of your return. Let's begin, not by trying, but by arriving. There is no effort required, only presence. Find a seated position where your body feels both supported and at ease. It could be on a cushion, a chair, or directly on the earth. Allow your spine to gently lengthen, not rigid, but receptive. Now close your eyes, softly. And take a long, slow breath in. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils, awakening the inner world. And now, exhale gently. Let the breath fall away like leaves on a stream, effortless, surrendered. Place one hand over your heart. Place the other over your belly. Feel the heat of your body beneath your palms. You are alive, and that is enough. As you inhale, sense the expansion in your chest. As you exhale, let go, not of anything in particular, just let go of holding. Now, visualize this. You are seated on the soft earth of an ancient forest. The moss beneath you cradles your body like a mother's arms. Above, light filters through the trees in golden rays. Birds are singing, not loudly, but as if they're whispering secrets of the soul. No screens. No schedules. No stories. Only the breath, and your presence. This is not running away. This is returning home, to the now, to the breath, to yourself. Stillness isn't about silence outside. Stillness is the sacred pause within, the gentle space where the soul finally feels safe enough to speak. We live in a world that celebrates motion, production, achievement. But the heart does not unfold under pressure. It unfurls in stillness, like a lotus rising from muddy waters when no one is watching. Consider this. Healing does not require noise. It requires listening. A story to share. A woman once told me, meditation just doesn't work for me. I think too much. I feel like I'm failing at it. I smiled and told her, that's not a failure. That's awareness. I invited her to stop trying to clear her mind, and instead, to watch her thoughts like clouds passing through a vast sky. A week later, she returned, radiant. She said, I didn't change anything. But something inside me softened. I'm no longer at war with myself. You see, it wasn't the silence that saved her, it was the surrender. Letting go is often misunderstood. It is not a weakness. It is the most courageous act of the soul. To let go means we stop carrying things that don't belong to us, expectations placed by others, judgments we've mistaken for truth, old pain we've replayed like a song stuck on repeat. And here's a truth we rarely speak aloud. Sometimes, our pain becomes familiar. We confuse it for identity. If I let go of this sadness, who will I be? If I forgive, does that mean it didn't hurt? But listen closely. Letting go is not erasing your past, it is releasing the weight of carrying it alone. Breathe in deeply now. And as you exhale, imagine releasing one strand of that weight. A memory, a self-judgment, a moment of shame. Now repeat silently, with reverence and truth. I am safe. I am grounded. I am enough. Again, not louder, but deeper. Feel the words echo through your being like ripples in a still lake. Let them reach the places that once only heard criticism. This is the new sound of your healing. Now, shift your attention to your lower spine, the tailbone. With your inner vision, imagine roots extending from that place, slow and deliberate, deep into the earth. These roots are not made of wood or dirt. They're made of memory, of courage, of every moment you chose to keep going. They stretch into the ancient wisdom of the earth itself. They do not ask permission, they belong. As the roots move downward, allow everything you no longer need to travel with them. Old narratives. Fear of being unlovable. That hidden grief you never gave words to. Now, from the same roots, imagine a subtle glow rising upward. It's soft, golden, like moonlight in water. It travels up your spine, into your chest, and settles in your heart. This is not a gift from the outside. This is the part of you that never left, your original light. And here's where science meets spirit. Studies show that when we breathe with compassion and meditate on self-love, our stress centers calm down, the amygdala goes quiet, and the wise parts of our brain awaken. So, when you sit here now, bathing in the warmth of your own being, you're not just imagining peace. You're becoming it. Your heart is more than muscle and rhythm. It is a memory vault, a tuning fork, a compass pointing toward what matters most. The body may age. The mind may forget. But the heart, the energetic heart, remembers everything. When you sit in silence long enough, you begin to feel not just beating, but meaning. Close your eyes once more and place your focus in the center of your chest. Can you sense it? That gentle pulse, not just of blood, but of life itself? This is where your truest self lives, not the self shaped by comparison or perfectionism, but the self that existed before the world told you who you should be. Ask yourself gently now. Who am I when I'm not trying to be liked? What do I love when no one is watching? Can I allow myself to be fully known, without shrinking or hiding? Here's a practice. Recall a moment when you felt deeply seen, even just once. Let that memory fill your chest like warm sunlight through a window. Now say to yourself, I deserve to feel that, every day. Not just once. Not just rarely. This is the beginning of awakening. Not a sudden light, but a steady returning. There's a man I once worked with, a retired soldier in his 70s. He came to a retreat not for spirituality, he said, but just for better sleep. The first few days, he struggled. Kept checking his watch. Said meditation was too soft for him. I don't sit still, he grunted. But on the third morning, during a walking meditation, he stopped. Tears in his eyes. He told me, for 40 years I've carried grief for the people I couldn't save. Today, the forest told me I didn't have to carry it anymore. He hadn't just heard words. He had felt forgiveness, from the earth, from his soul, and finally, from himself. You see, this practice is not about becoming someone new. It's about peeling away what isn't truly you, until only love remains. Each of us carries untold stories beneath our breath. Meditation invites them to the surface, not to relieve the pain, but to set it free. Now, gently guide your awareness back into your body. Wiggle your toes. Move your shoulders. Not to leave the peace you've found, but to carry it with you. You've spent the last few minutes reconnecting not only with presence, but with truth. And now the world, chaotic as it may seem, is still the perfect place to practice everything you've just remembered. Here's the promise of mindfulness. No matter how far you drift in daily life, the breath can always bring you home. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Return. That is the entire path, wrapped in one sacred cycle. Before we close, say silently to yourself, I honor my journey. I release the stories that no longer serve. I welcome what is, and trust what will be. Thank you, for allowing yourself to arrive here, and for trusting the healing room to hold space for your heart today. It's not always easy to pause, to sit with ourselves, to let go, even just a little, of the roles we play, the masks we wear, the burdens we silently carry. But you did. And that, in itself, is a form of healing. A quiet revolution, that begins not in the world, but within your own breath. If today's journey opened even a small doorway inside you, return to it. Not because you have to, but because your soul remembers how to feel safe here. And if your heart whispers that it's ready to go deeper, to unfold further, to love more honestly, know that you don't have to walk that path alone. This space is not a performance. It's a sanctuary. And it will always be here for you, with open arms, open silence, and open truth. So as we close, take one final breath with me. Breathe in peace. Breathe out gratitude. And gently, tenderly, come back home to your body. Now, hear these words, not just with your ears, but with your whole being. You are safe. You are seen. You are deeply, unshakably loved. Not because you did something to earn it, but because you are, and always have been, worthy of it. Namaste. From my heart to yours, thank you.